everyone, this is Archive of 12, and today we have a new Jonathan Young HELLDIVERS song. This is Killing Squids, featured RICHAADEB. I didn't think we were getting any more HELLDIVERS stuff for a while from Jonathan and Richard, but here we are in October of 2025 with probably, I feel like, a song that should have been on the original HELLDIVERS album. And considering that since that album dropped, Jonathan's done like 3 or 4 songs now for HELLDIVERS, I get the sneaky suspicion that he might be working up to a new album. I don't know for sure. I have no context for that. But I mean, I've got a signed copy of the original album around here somewhere. Right here. I got the signed copy off of his Kickstarter, and like I would love to try, if he does release another one, I definitely want to try and get another signed copy, because I haven't actually listened to the CD. It's in pristine condition, but I have the entire album on Spotify, so I mostly just stream it. But yeah, no, I love his HELLDIVERS songs so much. I'm excited to get a new one, and I have this sneaky suspicion that there might be another album in the works if he's released so many songs past the first one. I could be wrong, maybe not. Maybe he's just making music, but if he makes enough, he might release a second album. That has me excited. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing. I will be talking about it. Also down below is a link to my Patreon, where you'll find longer form reaction videos to various anime and TV shows. And without further ado, let's get started, because I am excited to see what he's going to do here. This, I feel like, was something that should have been on the first album, simply because the first album dropped but with plenty of time after when the Illuminate hit. So I feel like this is a long time coming. Ooh. I mean, yeah, no, that's fair, considering the fact that like the Illuminate did attack and almost conquer Super Earth. Yeah, I feel like having a bit of a grudge against them is fair. They're the one faction that actually made it to Super Earth, so they're the one faction that I feel like we're definitely going to want to kick in the tentacles. That was diabolical. What? I like how simplistic the overall lyrics of this is. This is just a hype song to go into battle against the Illuminate. That's all this is. This is literally just basically your anthem for steamrolling everything Illuminate. Like I love that. I love the energy. There's nothing complex about it outside of like the very hardcore instrumental. The lyrics, it's just meant to get you geared up, hyped up, and ready to like just dive into Illuminate territory to try and take back planet after planet as punishment for what they did to Super Earth. The subtle little like the subtle and not so subtle references here. Like obviously the senator, if I remember correctly, the senator is one of um the best pistols in Helldivers. It's one of the more popular ones, if I remember correctly. But it's been a while since I've played Helldivers, so I don't remember all the names of the pistols. Typically, I'm usually using whatever the revolver laser gun is, or the constant stream laser gun, because I don't like running out of ammo in my sidearm. So I'm usually using things that have cooldowns rather than ammo. So I don't remember if the senator is. I want to say the senator might be the deagle of Helldivers. Hold on. Let me verify that before I get roasted in the comments. Yeah. Okay, so it's not the deagle. It is essentially the 44 Magnum, more or less. Okay. Yeah. So, but yeah, I know a lot of people really like the senator. So it's little references like that where, like, if you know the game, you get the references and you know like how important that is. The Alien versus Predator line obviously was a little more like on the nose. It was a little more out there, but I liked it because it felt rather fitting for what we're trying to do with us hunting down the Illuminate. It just, I don't know, like it simple wordplay, but very clever nonetheless. I appreciate that quite a bit. That guitar solo is amazing. I love that. And it as I was listening to that, things were just going through my head. I was just thinking, like, one of the things that I would love to have done out of universe, like, or out of character. One of the things that I would love to have done for Helldivers is I want to see what would happen to both the community and the planet itself if we managed to get either the bots or the bugs or multiple factions to hit Super Earth at the same time. Like, I'm not suggesting that we end up having like the Illuminate pair up with the bots, or the bots manage to hybridize the bugs or something like that. I'm not suggesting that. I am just saying, like, what happens if during the campaign to try and take back Earth from one of the factions, a second faction invaded? Because as of right now, we have yet to see what happens if more than one faction hits a planet. And that's something that, like, I've always been curious about. My friends and I have had discussions about what would happen if, like, the bots and the bugs met in the same region of space and you had to go hell dive on one of those planets and wound up, like, not only having to face one, but face both of them and see whether or not they're facing each other. Because I would love to walk in on a planet and just watch the chaos of, like, the squids and the bots going at it. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Or, you know, the squids and the bugs, or whatever combination of two of the three factions would be. But I kind of want that to happen to Super Earth again, because the Super Earth event was really fun. It was a lot of chaos. It was a moment for the community to really hammer down the fact that like this game is like a living, breathing entity shaped by what happens with the players, because it was pretty telling, honestly, that they had prepared for the fall of Super Earth. There are files. I've heard the transcripts for the files of what would have played had Super Earth actually fallen to the Illuminate. And so that means that like it was not predestined for the community to win that battle. That was up to the community to win. And I don't know. I just kind of want to see like what would happen with a game like this that's always evolving, always changing, always like mutating based on what goes on in it. I would love to see what happens with the way that the game could change should the factions start meeting each other on the battlefield. I feel like that would be really fun, because I know that there have been some reports. I've seen some screenshots of like bugs on bot worlds, like bug carcasses, but like they're already dead. So there's no guarantee that they were actually ever all like running around while the player was there. They might have just been static things that the bugs, bug scouts ended up going to a bot planet and got eliminated. I don't know, but like I want to see that kind of chaos. Songs like this and make me want to experience new things in Helldivers, because it makes me think, okay, so what could the song be like if these things actually happen? You know, we Jonathan Young made a song about Malevelon Creek, and it's one of my favorite songs that he's created for Helldivers. Um, and I'm like, what would happen at the next Malevelon Creek? You know, what would happen? I would like to see him make a song about the most recent campaign Into the Gloom when the Hive Lords hit, because I think that was the new Malevelon Creek. We lost so many people and we failed that mission, I think, if I remember correctly. So, like, I would like to see what he has to say about that in music form, like he did with this, with the with just a hype song about killing the Illuminate. Um, that's what I mean, though, is that like the different type of things that the community does, I would like to see Jonathan make music about it. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Arcalpha12, and I will see you in the next video.